Morning, Dave. Thanks for coming down.
My pleasure.
First of all, how long have you been?
Sun right in my eyes here. I might just around a bit. Carry on.
How long have you been coming down to the Brighton bars, and what attracted you? What attracts you and keeps you coming down to the venue?
I've number one, been working in Brighton real estate since 1991, and I think I joined the bars at the same time. So we're pushing almost 30 years, and it's not in its current transformation or configuration in the old days when it used to be a lot more rustic than it is today. But I've been pretty consistent over that whole time, over the last 29 odd years.
I can vouch for the last 10.
You can. And I think to me it's a lifestyle thing, it's not just a gym. Even in the old days when it was a lot more rustic, a lot of estate agents and locals, and to me the great thing about it, once you put 20 blokes in their Speedos, doesn't matter whether they're a Liberal Prime Minister or a Premier or a real estate agent or a Garbo. You're all the same, and we are all the same when it comes to it. But it's a great leveller, and for us, it's just a great place to come down, have a workout, try and keep fit, but just to clear the headspace. And look at this, it's pretty iconic. There's nowhere else in Melbourne I know of where you can work out and enjoy the sea air and recharge the batteries like this, Matt.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, Buxton's also an iconic brand and been around Bayside for a long time. We've been here since 1881, the Barts has. How's Buxton fit into that?
Well, our history is even a bit longer. It was 1861, albeit not in Brighton.
It's not a competition.
Not a competition, but I thought I'd throw that one in. But we've been in Brighton for over 40 years now. Personally, I've been a director of Buxton since 2002, after being with another prominent local company. So, look, I think we're just part of the fabric of Brighton. Most of our clients we've dealt with over the years on multiple occasions. So, I think that Buxton has become pretty synonymous. We've got plenty of other good agents around Brighton as well. But I think if you mention Brighton real estate, Buxton is certainly one of the names that comes to mind first of all.
And how's COVID-19 affecting your business directly?
Yeah, look, it's affecting everyone's business, let's be frank. Yeah. I thought I'd seen everything after almost 30 years selling real estate, but no one expected anything like this. How do we face it? We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone in a month's time. So there's the financial impact, which is quite obvious to everyone because things slow right down. So what's more important to me is probably the mental impact and the emotional impact of not just our people at Buxton, but the community, because this thing doesn't just affect individuals, it affects couples, families, whole communities. So it's really the financial part we can probably get through. As a business, we have to tighten the reins and batten down the hatches, but the most important part to me is for our people and our families is the emotional state, and to get people to come out the other end, because we're going to, don't know when it's going to be, Matt, but the biggest impact I think is, and I know you're into mental health and all that kind of thing, to me that's the most critical part of the whole environment.
And you're adapting, and you think the market will adapt to still be able to continue to transact in a relatively new normal way?
Normal, it's probably a word I wouldn't use. It's a very different way. All of our staff are now working remotely from home. Yeah. A couple of us are going into the office every day. It's a different way of doing things, and at the moment we're restricted on appointments, the one-on-one appointments with buyers. It goes back 25 years to when I did it in the earlier days when you actually had to go and put someone in the car, or not put them in the car today, but meet them at the property. It's a different way of doing things. Yeah. People are transacting. The reality is the transactions are going to be far fewer than we've enjoyed for the last few months, and hopefully we'll enjoy in times to come. It's just a different way of doing business. It's far more personalised, and it's not normal. It may become the new normal. Things will never be the same, but the upside is we're probably going to learn out of this different ways to do things in the future, by virtue of having to do them now. That'll probably change our industry and everyone else's for the better.
Yeah, great. So there's a relative hint of optimism coming through at the same time, I'm hearing from you.
I think, look, you've got to try and be optimistic. You've got to wake up every morning and look at the day ahead and make your plans. I mean, I'm optimistic that we're going to come through this and we're all going to get back to normality at the end of it. We don't know when it's going to be. This goes back to the mental health part. Yeah. We can either wake up in the morning and think, pardon my French, shit, what's going to happen today? Or we can say, let's make the most of what we can do today. I've had a meeting on Zoom with our whole rental department this morning. At the end of it, I said thank you to them all. I said control what you can control. There are some things that you can't, but control what you can control, and we'll keep going on a day-by-day basis from there. So optimism, yeah, as much as we can.
Beautiful. Thanks for your time, Dave. I really appreciate you popping down and connecting your personal journey with the Brighton Bars, your business connection to the community, and that's at the end of the day what we're all about. So I really appreciate you.
Pleasure, Matt. I'll shake your hand, but we're not allowed to.
Yep.
We're 1.5 metres apart here.
Correct.
But thank you, and we all look forward to the day we can come back down here and enjoy the beautiful environment that we've got down here. So stay safe, mate.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it.
Good on you.
Thanks, mate.